Five, four, three, and welcome back. If you're not listening to our podcast, then where you at? Give us a thumbs up if you know what that's from. Give us a thumbs down if you know where that's from.
You're missing out if you're not listening.
Welcome to another podcast, another G&G podcast. Um, my name is Gato.
And I'm Gabe.
That you are. Remember when you used to say "and I'm Gato"
Oh yeah,
like twice in a row?
Season one. That's a regular
yeah, back in
occurrence
season
too.
one. Yeah, man.
Oh, okay. So Gato, last
Yeah,
week, right? We talked about shadow people.
we did. We talked. We talked about
Literally
shadow
days
people.
after, I had my own shadow people experience. Okay,
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Yeah.
you
You,
ready?
you text you texted me this, and I don't know how to feel about it. I'm like scared and intrigued, but
For those who don't
um.
know and who didn't watch last week, shame on you. Just kidding. Shadow people apparently is a thing where people see shadows in the night. Either they could be demons or their spirits or whatever, but they see like these literally like shadows, like Peter Pan type shadows in their
Yeah.
sleep,
Ooh, that's a good way to describe it, actually.
right?
Yeah. Okay.
So,
So before you tell me the story, I just when you okay, you've seen it, right? The movie,
yes, with the new
both
one
of
or the
them,
old one?
both.
Not the old one. No.
Okay. I mean, maybe with the new one too. I think I've only seen it once or twice, but um, so spoiler alert a little bit, just for like a 1 minute, but you know when in part two, how they start making phone calls to let them know that it's back,
Oh yeah, yeah,
and then they make like a face of like, oh crap,
yeah,
like here we go again, kind of thing, like
yeah,
memories come back. When you texted me that, my mind just went straight to like the flashbacks of my experiences,
yeah. The same
and
experience.
and even that night, I was afraid that I was gonna see something in my room. And so I kept trying so hard to not think about it because I'm like, what if it's here? What if it's like, because you live so close, and I was like, it's gonna come and visit me.
It's gonna go to your
It's
room.
yeah, no, shadow people. It's definitely a scary experience. Uh, very, yeah, gives me chills. Anyway,
Yeah. So here, check it
all
out.
right, I'm ready. I'm ready for your story.
Okay, so it was late at night because I checked when it occurred. It was like around 3 or 4 a.m. And it started off as me not being able. Actually, you know what? Let me go back. I had a dream that night, and
Okay.
it was like I was like in like Sunday school or something, and there was this lady there that was like arguing with me, arguing like with the whole class, something about her kid being a bully to the whole class, and the teacher was like, "Oh,
Okay.
whose kid has been bullied by this kid?" And everyone raised their hand. So it was kind of like it was a weird dream, right?
All
And then I
right.
wake up, couldn't move, right? I think I had like my arm across my chest on my belly,
Wait,
and I
wait.
couldn't move. Huh.
So you had sleep paralysis.
Yeah. So that was the first symptom, right? Sleep paralysis. Couldn't move. And because I wanted to turn to my
Okay.
side because I was uncomfortable. And I was already like charged up from the stream because I got in this lady's face for like, I was like trying to tell her off. I was like, yeah, your kid's been bullying everybody in the class. But anyway, uh, sleep paralysis, trying to turn. All of a sudden, I see like a shadow, literal person shadow. And it started doing like this weird juking move. It was like going side to side like this. And it was getting closer to me. And I'm like, oh. And I couldn't move. And it was just getting closer and closer to me. And I was like, holy smokes. But it was weird because I wasn't like freaked out. I was like, oh. It was more like, oh shoot, it's a shadow person. It's coming to get me. And then finally, I was able to move to my side. and then that was it.
Yo, dude, that's creepy, man.
It was weird
So
because it was like it was a tall being that was like just, I think it was like kind of waddling towards me.
waddling is a good word,
Or
but
I shouldn't insult it.
yeah, it's gonna come back for you,
I
dude. I
know,
hope
right?
not, but dang, that sucks. So this is your first time experiencing sleep paralysis too, then?
Not the first time.
Oh, you've
I've
had it
had it
before. Okay.
before, but actually with my eyes open. This is my first time having sleep paralysis with my eyes open.
Wait, what do you mean? You
Because
don't have it like that before?
usually when I have sleep paralysis, I'm like halfway asleep and my eyes are closed.
Oh,
So this is like my first time seeing it with my eyes
with
open.
your eyes open. Dang, dude. Yeah, that
Yeah.
that reminds me of it, it makes me think of the death hand that was approaching me. Except that was the first time I heard something during sleep paralysis. So that was a new experience for me, and yeah, it was kind of like the same thought of like, oh man, he's coming for me, like I'm dead. But I was freaking out. Like the fact that you're calm, I'm just kind of like, how do you remain calm in a situation like that? But
Yeah. To be fair
maybe,
though, to kind of ease your mind, right? I started
yeah.
thinking about it more, and I told Brittany about it that morning. It's like it was kind of weird because I started thinking about it, and I was like, I saw the figure, but then I saw a window behind it, which is weird
Because
because
there's no window.
yeah, our window is to the left, and I saw him ahead of me, and the window was behind it. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe I was dreaming. Maybe I didn't see the figure in my room per se, but it was like a dream that I was experiencing.
That's still a creepy dream, man.
It is a creepy dream. It felt real.
But even if it was a dream, that is, it's very. I mean, it seems like the revelation, or if it was just your like something in your mind, like a dream hallucination, and so to speak. I don't know. I don't think that's the right term, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
It seems like your mind understands what it's looking for. So that's the scary part. Like you've heard our stories and you've seen pictures,
It looked
but
like the one that we showed last week, the Wikipedia article.
yeah,
That's what it looked like.
yeah, that one. So I mean, who knows? I mean, because like with dreams are so weird. Like yeah, they're dreams, but how often can we connect our dreams to real life? You know, whether it's something that our minds are trying to tell our conscious mind, like subconscious to subconscious, or
Like the weird
or
thing,
or or a message from beyond. You know.
yeah, it could be. Like I was thinking, like I started really, really thinking about it. I was like, did it look like that because we showed it and it planted in my mind? And so the
Yeah, like
dream
a.
was just revisiting that drawing. Was that really what shadow people look like?
This is why you keep a cat with you, because cats scare evil spirits.
Yep. But what if it starts
Okay.
like freaking out?
Yeah, it's scary, dude. When cats just look at like random spots and they are looking at something, like they're fixated on something, it's a little freaky. Um, Usually nothing ever happens. It's not like you see or hear anything, but it's still a little uneasy when they like something calls their attention and you're looking for it, and it's like, I mean, me having cats for so long, I always look for little floaty things, fuzzy or light, like a reflection. Like
Oh, like the
I
orbs?
look for I look for yeah. Oh no, no, no. I look for a natural explanation
Yeah.
as to why they are suddenly looking, at the corner of the room. Um, but sometimes there's really nothing, and when they see like a light like fly by, like let's say that um that like the phone or something catches the light and it reflects
Oh
like
yeah,
across
yeah,
the wall.
yeah.
They'll see that, but then they'll look for it, and then if there's nothing there, they just kind of like, look away. But sometimes they look at a spot and then they're just looking at whatever it is, and then if it moves, like they follow it, and then they stop and they just stare at it until it's gone. And that's when it gets freaky. That's when I'm like, they're seeing something and that I can't see. It's creepy. Doesn't happen often. It doesn't happen very often, but when it does, it's like, okay, like, well, if I feel threatened, then I will ask whatever entity is in my house to leave.
You communicate with it? Oh snap!
If I feel threatened, and even if I don't want something in here, yeah, I ask it to leave. I'm like, hey, dude, whoever you are, you gotta go. You don't pay rent. Get out of here.
I mean, I guess that's a good thing to try at first. Ask politely to go away.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard from different sources that, I mean, we as physical body beings, we have authority over whatever beings that don't have a physical body.
Yeah, I agree.
And I mean, listeners and viewers, take that as you will. I mean, I can't prove it, but I also can't disprove it, right?
Yep, that's the scary part too.
But if it is true, and I don't know, I still would rather try. Because if it is true, then I'm doing my job. Yeah. Anyway, those are my 2 cents on bad
ghosts.
spirits. Yeah. Yeah. Like if you're really into that kind of stuff, and you believe in like real hauntings and stuff like that, which I actually kind of do, you have power over it. Don't invite it over. That's when things happen. That's when you're like, yo, spirits, come hang out. Don't, though. But like if you're inviting spirits over into your home and to like be around you and stuff like that, you are inviting them, and I don't think that you should, if you're not wanting to experience those things. So you have that power. Just know that you do, and then just tell them to go away, or say a prayer, or ask for a blessing, whatever you need to do, or remove yourself from the situation if needed.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, that's it. That's all I have to say about that.
Tips and tricks.
Tell me your comments. Yeah, tell me in the comments. Is that something you do? Do you believe in ghosts and spirits? Do you believe that we have power over them, or do you think that it's completely out of our control? I want to know.
Let us know in the comments. Well, folks, we have a good show for you today. We gathered all the things that scared us as a youngling. A youngling?
Youngling? Youngin.
Things that scared us when we were kids. And then we're
when we were little.
face our fears today. All right? So we're going to go through each of our selection here. And then you can watch us either pee our pants or face our fears.
Let's do it.
How do
I'm
we
ready.
want to do this? You want to do you first? One each?
I don't know. We didn't really plan this through, did we?
No.
We each have a few videos that we recollected from our memories from the past, things that traumatized us. Let's do one and one.
All right. I'll go first.
Yeah, it seems.
So this one,
seems like you're ready with one.
I remember I was at a family friend's house back when I was living in New Zealand, and I guess they had the TV playing, and they had a certain theme intro playing, and it was the Goosebumps theme.
Ooh.
And for some reason, there was a part in this intro where the dog's eyes turn yellow, and it freaked me out. So let's take a look at that.
I know what you're talking about. I have seen this. Dude, this brings back memories.
Look at that. Totally fine, right? Like,
Yeah.
ooh, cool. Floating G.
Oh, this part right here.
Oh man, there. That's the one. That freaked me out.
Did you think that? Did you have pets
Uh,
back then?
yeah, we had a pet. It was similar to that dog. It wasn't a golden retriever or anything like that, but
Did you ever feel like your dog was gonna, um, you know, get yellow eyes while looking at you?
nope. Man, the funny thing
I
is
mean,
that look at the
What?
eyes. Look how badly they're added on.
yeah,
there.
yeah, that's like a PNG just put it over the. I mean, it is. It literally is just
Look at
like
that.
a.
They like drew too far. But for some reason, I saw that. Oh my gosh, that freaked me out so hard.
So freaky. I mean, I can see how that's freaky, and I remember this, but I don't think it ever freaked me out the way it freaked you out.
Like I don't know, it just like creeped me out. And I think we went to their house a couple times, and every time that intro played, I was like, not gonna watch. I'd like go to the other room and wait till it was done. Till that just that
Wait,
dog part.
you would
was
skip
done.
you would skip the intro only.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's really funny.
Yep. Okay.
Cool.
All right. Which one do you
Okay.
want to show first?
Let's do the Nightmare on Elm Street one. This is from this is from the third one. So this is Dream Warriors, I think it's called. It's the first Freddy Krueger movie I saw. I think I was like 9 or 10 when I watched this, and my brother was watching it. I just watched it with him. My brother's 5 years older than me, by the way, so he wasn't even supposed to be watching this movie. But our parents let us watch anything we wanted when we were kids. So
That's a bad idea. You
I
already
mean,
know.
we turned out fine.
Yeah.
It's okay. Anyway, in this movie, there's a scene where this girl is in the bathroom, and then it starts to get steamy, and there's this like faucet thing that has the like it looks like a cross, and she's like opening it or closing it, and then it like grabs her hand, and that's when this clip is.
All right.
So you can play here. Oh, it actually shows a full clip. I thought it was incomplete. Yeah, see that? Oh my goodness! Did you? So
oh man. Oh man.
yeah. It gets really bad. Dude, that first part.
That's pretty cool.
Practical effects back in the 90s and the 80s they were pretty phenomenal, especially for scary movies.
Oh shoot, she actually got cut. Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Okay. I hope we're okay to show that. Maybe I'll blur out the blood. But yeah, man, that scene traumatized me, and I was afraid of opening the hot water or the water in the bathroom, especially if it had that type of
The 4-prong.
yeah, the 4-prong one.
Oh man.
I would not touch them. It was freaky, man.
So
It's like that
the moment when
first-
it grabs you, huh?
Yeah, see how it just like
Right
gets
there.
big and it goes like straight into.
Yeah.
It
Why do
lasted
they
a
do
long
that?
time.
Is that latex? Oh, it's like a balloon they used. And then it switches to ceramic. Or some
probably,
kind of plastic.
It's probably rubber with a mechanic thing. So like as soon as she grabs it, they probably push it and it's like a claw.
That's a cool effect.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, that would probably. Did you not want to use faucets for a while?
Yeah. It lasted like years. It was a long time.
Oh man.
So yeah, that was one of the first traumatizing scenes I had ever seen in my life. So thank you, Freddy Krueger. Thank you to my brother
Do you feel
for
more
showing me that.
brave having faced your fear now?
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can open all faucets now.
You wash your hands now, right? That's good.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Uh,
Always.
okay. All right. This one. So, it's one of these campy movies. It's a movie called Deadly Friend. And
Okay.
it's this movie about a girl who's like a robot or something. And in the end, I guess her like skin rips, and then she reveals her like robot inside, and then chokes this guy to death. And that's like the ending of the movie. But we were, me and my brother were just like flipping through channels late night, kind of just like looking for something to watch. And then he somehow found this movie. And here it is.
Let's see it. This is one I haven't seen.
So he's like at a morgue.
Sam, we're gonna get you out of here.
Oh. Ew. Oh jeez.
Power Ranger shows up.
And that's the end of it?
Yeah.
That's the end of the movie?
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, that's terrifying.
Oh, they have the
That
next
is.
clip. Okay, I gotta show this also.
Oh wait.
So this is the
This
same
lady
movie.
looks. This lady looks familiar though.
Oh man, I forgot about this scene too.
Damn shit.
Yes, yes, I've seen this scene before. Oh my gosh, dude. So exaggerated.
Oh man.
So exaggerated, but I love it. Yeah, I'd seen that scene before. I hadn't seen the morgue one.
Oh really? Oh wow.
Yeah, I bet it was like a, I don't know, probably somebody reacting to funny deaths or something like that in scary movies.
Man, I mean, look at it now, and it's just so funny. The way she flops around. But first, it's weird. I misremembered that because I thought the basketball like replaced her head, so she was doing the floppy thing with the basketball as her head.
Oh,
But I guess it wasn't, which is weird. But
that's
oh
fine.
man, my brother would like laugh at, like he would say, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna throw this basketball at your head, and it's gonna replace your head." I'd be freaking out, especially with the scene at the end. Like I could not sleep. Could not sleep.
Yeah, I bet. How old were you when you watched this?
Oh man, probably like 11 or 12.
Okay, yeah, that's been a bit.
That was like
That's
my
fine.
first exposure to like violence and all that stuff.
Like bloody like that?
Like that type of, yeah, like that.
Yeah, I think mine was Predator. Or Terminator, actually.
Is that one pretty
I
good?
don't. Well,
The first one or second one?
both. The original Predator is pretty violent. It's not like extremely gory, like not like this type of gory, but the deaths are definitely like gruesome. um, yeah, but I remember it's just such a mush of memories of movies that I watched when I was little. So
Dang. Like I can remember the Terminator. The second one has when he like rips his arm off, or he cuts his
Oh
arm
yeah, when
to
he cuts
show.
the skin off
Yeah.
of it.
Like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
one freak
yeah.
you out?
No, not that one. In the first one,
Oh, I never seen the first one.
when he like takes his eye out and stuff like that. It's
Oh,
pretty gross.
damn.
Okay. So we can do yeah, the next one you have in mind. Oh, hi kitty. Oh, okay.
Cat. Oh wow. Okay. Demonetized.
Yeah, that's what's gonna get that's what's gonna demonetize us. It's a little booty hole.
Oh man. All right. Which one do you want to show next?
Yeah, that one.
You
That
can
one
see
is
my
good.
screen. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can see your screen.
All right. What's the setup on?
And
Oh, this one. This one doesn't need a setup. Everyone
yeah,
knows
it
this
doesn't.
one.
Everybody knows this scene, and you know
Okay.
what? I had yeah. Let's play it. Let's see.
Okay.
Let's hear about it. I mean, let's see it.
My old sword. Sting. Here, take it, take it. It's so light. Yeah.
The worst
Made
part.
by the elves.
This was just so unexpected. You know.
I know.
Books are closed.
I mean, it's
And
a
like
fantasy.
that, my lad.
It's not like.
Be extra careful.
Well, I don't know. I mean, like a couple of things in here were pretty
Like-
scary.
They made it to Riverdale. This is Riverdale, right?
And just
Rivendell.
Rivendell, right? And it's a safe place, so you're like thinking, oh, it's safe.
Yeah. Especially after the
Oh,
ring
shoot.
raids.
Here it is.
my old ring.
He's such a gentle old man.
I know, right?
Very much like to hold it again.
Oh,
One
snap.
last time.
Ugh. Dude, it's still freaky, man.
It is.
But that shot scared the crap out of
Oh
me.
my
And even
gosh.
though Lord of the Rings is like one of my favorite movies, like the trilogy itself is like one of my favorite franchises, I guess I should say. The first few times after the first time watching this movie, I would not watch that part. I would look away because it scared me. And so yeah.
Oh man.
Like I always had to like brace myself. I'm like, oh, it's coming, and I'd be like, and I just look away because it's scary, man.
That's so scary, yeah.
So, yeah, that's something that I got. I mean, yeah, I got over this one.
And the funny thing is, I remember this was around the time where you remember you would watch videos and then it'd be a jump scare, like when the jump scare first appeared on the internet.
Yeah, I do.
So this was like
remember
around that time. Maze game. Did you ever do the maze game?
this. Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did?
Couple of
I never
times,
did
yeah.
it. I didn't even
It got
know
me
about
twice.
it until I saw videos.
No, I didn't know what it was, and then I did it, and it scared the crap out of me. And so I did two of them. One of them was like with the first one, like you have the first map, right?
Yeah.
And then as soon as you get it to the end of it, it jump scares you. And so so that one got me. And a little bit later, I don't remember, a few months later probably, but it was like around the same time. Someone was like, "Hey, have you played this game yet?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, I'm not gonna do that." And he's like, "No, it's not the scary one. I've seen that one too, but it's not this one." I'm like, "I don't know." And so he actually played the first game, and then it goes to level 2, and I was like, "Oh, so this is the actual game. It's not the jump scare. It's the real game." And he's like, "Yeah." And so I'm playing it, but it was like, I don't know if it was timed or if it was also based on winning. I don't remember that part. I just remember that I played 1 or 2 levels before it jump scared me, and I hated it.
Did you hate your friend for that?
Oh yeah.
He knew though,
We
right?
don't-
Or-
Yeah, oh yeah, he did.
Oh man.
So,
All right, let's see. What do I got? Okay, so this one was video game related. Okay. So there was this game called Return to Zork. So Zork was like this really old school game. It was like text only, where you type, open the box or whatever. And so they turned it into a actual graphical game. And when you made wrong choices, you would lose. You go to a game over screen, and then there was like this manic laugh that would happen. It would freak me out every time. I think I was like 6 or 7. We probably shouldn't have been playing this game, but
All right, let's see it. The name sounds familiar.
I like that. First,
Ew.
we're going to have a little pop quiz.
Ew, that's freaky.
Oh no, not a test.
but yeah, I remember that sound.
What the crap?
You failed the test. Now you must pay the price. Death.
It's a very how do you say this word? Manic, maniac laugh, manic laugh.
Maniac laugh. But yeah, it was every time we saw that like dissolve, you're like, oh shoot, you know it's gonna come. But I hated that.
That's funny. 1993, dude. I swear I played this game too. Cause I was like, I was all about games when they were coming out, like the early 90s.
Let me see. You might know. This was the intro of the game. So you have to like look at a vulture or whatever, and you make the wrong choice. You can stab it.
Jeez. Okay, no,
being a 5.
yeah, no,
6 year
I didn't play this. I feel like I would remember that kind of stuff if I played that game. But the name sounds very familiar. I wonder
I think they
if
had a
maybe
lot of
one of
Zork
my
games. They had a lot of games. That's
oh
probably
really?
why.
I wonder if like one of my friends had it, and I watched them play it for a bit, but I never actually played it myself. But it sounds very very familiar. And looking at the name of the portrait, it looks very familiar. But who knows? Who knows? So I mean, speaking of games, the first scary game I played was Fear. It was a shooter game, and I honestly I don't even know why I was attracted to this game. I don't know why I wanted to play this game. I think I just liked the name of it, and I was intrigued by it. I'm like, ooh, Fear, like, it stands for first encounter. What is it? Fear. First encounters something reconnaissance.
I think let's see. Oh shoot, I don't know. First encounter assault recon.
Assault recon, yeah. So, I mean, even the portrait of the game, it's like scary looking, and I had never played scary games before. Like, well, I mean, I had like Resident Evil, but
yeah,
those scared the crap out of me. So I'm like, I don't know what brought me to want to play this game, but I started playing it, and I thought it was kind of interesting, and I'm like, ooh, ghosts, looks kind of cool. But it was like also like action packed. Like there's a lot of shooting and stuff like that, so it wasn't like Resident Evil where you have like 5 shots to last you like 5 hours. Like you're like literally shooting. Anyway,
isn't that didn't it have like bullet time in it too, or something like that?
wait,
Like where
what?
the game slows down and then you can. Like, no, okay, maybe. I'm
Resident
thinking
Evil?
Max Payne. Oh, Fear.
Oh no, I don't think
Okay,
so.
wrong game.
But anyway, so I'm playing this, and there's been a couple of like creepy things going on in the game, but nothing major. And and this is towards the beginning of the game too. So anyway, we can play the clip here. Bit of a jump scare. Not too bad though.
The steam. Oh, whoa, that's cool physics. Wait, what?
I think it just jumped. That. Okay. So stupid. No, jeez.
They all deserve to die.
Guess you haven't faced your fear yet.
I forgot about the other dude. Yeah, I totally forgot about the other guy. Okay, so here's what's going on in like the first time I'm playing this. So I'm going through the game. It's not that scary to me going through the vents and stuff like that. Like that was fine. But for some reason, when I got to the ladder and I'm going down and the camera pans up again and then she's just standing right there, I got scared. I freaked out so much that I slammed my desk and I pushed myself off because it scared me. That was one of the first like true like screams that came out of the game. Like there's like the little jolts here and there, you know, with the creepy stuff, but that one freaked me out so much. I had to stop the game right there. I played it a little bit longer, like a few days later, and then I didn't even get that far, and I was like, no, I'm done with this game. So I stopped playing it. And I haven't played it since. And it's funny because, again,
Didn't you say this was like the beginning of the game?
Yeah. So I wasted $50 on the game.
Man.
I think it was maybe $40 back then. I think I still have it, actually, but I don't think I'll be playing it. Because obviously I'm not over my feet.
Maybe we can do a playthrough podcast.
Ooh, a live stream.
Yeah.
That would actually be pretty fun.
Oh man. Yeah. That
Oh
freaked me
my
out.
goodness.
If you were like in the dark and you
Yeah.
just had headphones on and I saw that, I'd probably freak out too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Little girl.
Yeah, it's a freaky little girl. Well, it's funny though because I look at that girl and I'm like, it doesn't even look that good. But then I see this guy.
That's the worst part. They give you two back
Yeah.
to back.
That's
Oh
funny.
man. She doesn't have a
I
mouth.
can-
Oh yeah, that makes it way scary too. Black eyes. Oh my goodness.
You ever play the game, the pizza delivery game?
Pizza delivery game?
I don't know. I don't think that's what it's called. I think it's called Emily.
Emily.
But it's like you're a pizza delivery guy and you bring the pizza to this house, and like you go inside, and
Oh. Okay.
that's the one.
Oh, Emily
the one.
wants. I've heard about this one. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you get locked in. You get locked in the house, and then there's like noises that go around the house that give you a clue that like she's nearby. And if you turn around and she's there, as long as you look at her, she won't move. But if you turn your back to her, then she gets close to you, and then like she kills you, right? But that game has Emily, which is this little creepy doll girl. It has a freaking clown, and you could hear the laugh when the clown is like nearby. And then it has a what do you call those things? Marionettes?
Puppet type.
Yeah, like a puppet type.
String puppet.
Yeah. And yeah, that game was freaky.
Oh,
It's still a game that I'll play with people around me and not with headphones.
Did you ever play Slenderman?
Yeah,
Was that one
that
scary?
was another good game.
I watched videos of it and I was like,
It
that's scary.
scared me like the first time through, but I got over it pretty quickly, and then I was just more frustrated that I couldn't walk as fast as I wanted to.
Collecting.
So
all the
it wasn't
pieces of
yeah, it
paper.
wasn't scary. It was just more like just want to get it done.
Tedious.
Thing. Yeah.
Did you ever play Friday Night Freddy's, whatever? Friday Night.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, Five Nights.
I did play that. I actually have a video with Rob. So when live streams were still like kind of new,
Infancy.
yeah, we recorded it with two cameras. One pointed at us, and one pointed at the TV, and that's how we played it.
Oh wow.
We
Old school.
weren't using like any fancy recording stuff. We
Yeah.
just literally had two cameras and we were playing on a TV. That was a fun game, but it was the same deal. I feel like it was more of like the jump scares like the first time around, but then it just kind of becomes old and it's more about the strategy of beating the game rather than
The fear aspect. Okay.
the fear. Yeah,
I always wondered about that.
you never play those.
I watched
No.
videos and I was like, it doesn't appeal to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of video games, another one that scared me was Half-Life. You ever played Half-Life?
I never played No, I never did.
So what happens is when, like, it was a pretty campy game. Like the newer ones, like
Mhm.
Half-Life 2 and all, they were not as campy. But when a character would die, they would explode and they would be body parts or gibs that would fly everywhere. There was one specific gib that kind of turned my stomach, and it was like a skull with an eyeball in it. So here we go.
Yeah, let's go.
So this is Barney. And so if you
Okay.
like put him in random spots, like he blows up,
Ew.
right? So there's like body parts.
Okay, we might live longer if we work together.
And it makes like
What
the
the
sound.
crap?
And then the worst part is that
Ew.
eyeball. So it's a skull with an eyeball in it.
What the crap? It's funny because the death graphic is not bad,
Right?
but that image right there, yeah, it's freaky.
Yeah, when I saw that, because I think I was playing like multiplayer or something like that. So it was like deathmatch. And then, someone explodes because I shot him with a rocket launcher, and then you see that skull, and then I like started freaking out. That was another night I couldn't sleep.
It's like the skull's coming to get me.
I think it was like the visceralness of it is what scared me. Like it made me sick to my stomach because I was like, oh, body parts.
Yeah, that's really gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I never played it. I'm kind of familiar with it. Like I kind of understand what's happening, but yeah, I never got into it. I feel like Half-Life it was on computer only, right?
They had it on like PlayStation, but it wasn't.
And
That's
maybe
good.
that's why, because I never really played PlayStation games, at
Mhm.
least not until like what game came out? Last of Us. When The Last of Us came out, that's when I started playing PlayStation. But even then, I never actually got my own. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
You should play it though. It's pretty fun. Good story. At least the second one. The first one was more of a get from point A to point B, and there's some like cool story elements in there. But it wasn't until Half-Life 2 where they actually started incorporating a story.
So on my end, shoot,
Let's
man.
see what we have
So-
next. This one?
So I don't know. This doesn't really count. I'm just realizing that this is actually not from a childhood. It's just a jump scare. But I'll tell you why this was
Okay.
what I thought of this. But you can play this.
Oh man, the
Jake.
volume is really low.
Yeah, it's a very dramatic story. This is not a scary movie, by the way. This is a drama.
Helen, did you plan on doing something tonight? because I think I have to go out.
Oh man. You know the jump scare's gonna be like super loud.
Yeah, it could be.
Helen?
It's like they edit the movie to purposely be low volume, so they blast the speakers out.
Helen?
Oh jeez.
That's it.
Oh.
Dude, that okay. I didn't have to be young to get freaked out by this. I've been afraid of spiders all my life, or at least since I can remember. But so the reason this video is in this list is not because of this particular scene per se, but it's more of like the aspect of the spider and the jump
That's
scare.
a pretty good spider.
Yeah, it is. So there's a clip, and the problem is I couldn't find the clip on YouTube. But in the movie Arachnophobia, there is a scene where this one of the main characters goes to, I think it's his parents' house or some old folks' house, and both the dude and the dudette are like laying on the bed. And this guy's like, hey, like, are you guys okay? Or something like that. And he goes over to see if they're breathing. So he gets really close to them to listen for the breathing. And then instead, a spider comes crawling out of the mouth. And then it goes back into the nose or something like that. And it's like a brown recluse, I think it's called.
Those are pretty scary.
Yeah. And that scene, more than anything in the whole movie, that scene was a traumatizing one for me. It was so messed up that, like, going to bed, I had to cover like my mouth so that spiders wouldn't crawl in, because I didn't want to die by spiders.
That is a legit fear.
Yeah.
Isn't it like we eat like 3 spiders a year or something in our sleep?
Yeah. There's a study
weird
that says
statistic.
that we eat like 5 spiders a year, like in our sleep. I believe it and I don't at the same time. I believe it because I know that I found spiders on my bed before. But I don't believe it because I feel like we would choke on them. I don't know. I feel like
think so,
I feel
yeah.
like it's
You'd
feel like
like-
it's one of those like yeah. I feel like it's one of those things that it's like a make believe
Oh,
fact,
man, we should
you know,
have
like a
had-
fun fact.
Did we didn't talk about that one, huh? Our
Oh, we
didn't
were
we have
talking
like an
about fun,
episode where we
like
talked
made up
about like,
facts.
yeah. I don't think we
Yeah,
talked
it
about
was
it.
it was a question on Reddit. Yeah, I don't think we talked about that one, but yeah, I don't know if I believe it 100%. So,
Yeah, me neither.
but yeah, that scene scared the crap out of me, and so like, ever since then, I've had this fear of spiders, and so whenever there's spiders, I'm just uncomfortable. And this scene was completely unexpected because again, this is not a scary movie. So
Oh man. Okay.
yeah.
I couldn't find this one clip, but it was a commercial in New Zealand about like car crashes, right? So the story is like there's this car that stops, that's at an intersection. Cars one side, the other side apparently hits another car, and the person flies out the windshield, right? And then
What the crap?
it flies out the windshield, and then now you're in the POV of the car on the other side of the intersection, and you see the windshield, you see the 2 drivers and then the windshield, and then the body just falls on the windshield, breaks the glass, right? And
This is a
then-
commercial?
It's a commercial, yeah, like a PSA type thing.
Dang.
And then it like cuts to black, whatever, and the next scene it like fades in, and it's like this woman crying, like hysterically crying, like sad. It's like holding the dead body or something. And it was a PSA about safety belts. wearing your seatbelts and how important it is.
Dang.
That's probably why I'm so like
Brutal.
adamant about seatbelts after that commercial.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I would be too.
If
I
okay,
remember.
if- I tried finding this for the longest time, so people need comments. If you ever find that, let us know. I always wanted to see that again. Face my fear.
That's funny. I remember when I was trying to be rebellious and like, I don't wear a seatbelt because I'm cool. But it didn't last very long.
Okay, let's do your one first before mine, because I think my one is pretty scary as a kid.
Okay. So this is my last one?
Yep.
All right. So this is 1996 Mars Attacks. This was rated G in Mexico.
Oh man.
Yeah. It was rated, well, it's rated A, but the rating A in Mexican cinema is an equivalent to PG or
G.
was it G? Maybe
There's no
it's
way
P-
this is G.
It's probably
Oh.
PG. It's PG, yeah, because
Okay.
if it was G, then it would be a double A, and that means like kid friendly. The A just meant like, yeah, it's pretty good, but like parental guidance advice, Anyway, so 1996, I'm 8 years old. Actually, I might have been 7 because my birthday's later in the year, so I might have been 7 years old. I remember watching the trailer for it and thinking that it was gonna be a fun movie. I was very much into this kind of movie at the time.
Silly.
I don't know.
Type. No,
Just
when
like-
I saw
yeah,
the
just-
trailer, I wanted to watch it too. It looked really good.
Yeah, it just looked fun. So I asked my dad, I'm like, hey, can we go see this movie? And he was like, yeah, I guess we can. Like, I don't think he was very excited to go see it. So we go to the movie theaters, and we're watching it. And then this scene is, I think it's in the middle of the movie.
I think when
this
they
scene
first
happens.
encounter.
Yeah, it's like their first encounter with them, with the Martians. And yeah, let's see what happens. So the Martians are coming to Earth, and humanity's here to receive them, and this is what's happening. CGI is so bad.
I know, right?
This right here. And then they just them going crazy. Dude, I was not expecting that. I don't think the trailer in Mexico showed people getting killed and turned into skeletons.
It's
Look at
weird
that
because I
dub.
remember the trailer showed it.
I mean,
us.
it might have been a different trailer then.
I wonder if they
Like
like
it-
edited for you guys or something.
I could maybe I just don't remember that part. But okay, so they kill that first guy, right? He turns into a skeleton, and then they start killing everybody. People that I care about. I mean, they have freaking Michael J. Fox here. They have Jack Black, and so all these people start dying, turning into skeletons, and I started freaking out. I was just kind of like, I remember sitting on my my chair next to my dad, and I was like, my dad is laughing, people in the theater are laughing, and I'm just kind of like starting to shake a little bit. I'm like, yeah, this is funny. Isn't it funny? And then I started crying, and then I like go to my dad. I'm like, Dad, I don't want to watch this anymore. And he's like, what do you mean? Like it's a comedy. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to watch it anymore. It's scaring me. And he's like, people are laughing. Like, why don't you want to watch it? Like, I just don't want to watch it, Dad. So he got upset and he like took me out. And yeah, we left. And
Oh, you didn't even finish the movie?
I know, I didn't finish it.
What? Oh
Um,
man.
I still don't think I've actually seen the full movie, but I mean, looking back at it, I'm like, well, the Martians are silly looking, and the graphics they're all right, I guess. It's kind of scary, but not scary, or kind of real, but not real at the same time.
I think
So
it goes back to similar to mine with Half-Life. When you see skeletons, like that's freaky.
yeah,
Like you know that's the insides of somebody.
yeah,
I think that's what freaked me out with Half-Life. It's like you see the skull, you know that's a human skull, and you see an eyeball. This one, like you see the whole inside. So
yeah.
that
It's
would
just the
freak
fact
me
that
out.
they like burn up, and then yeah, it scared the crap out of me.
It's pretty good. Okay. So top it off. So this is Superman 3, the
Oh, I've
infamous
never seen this.
robot scene. So apparently 3 is
Yeah.
like one of the worst out of all the Supermans. Well, I guess 4 or 5 or whatever. But anyway, this woman gets sucked into a robot and then gets turned into a robot. Sounds silly. For some reason, I don't like robots. I get scared of robots.
I've
inside of
noticed.
people.
You got two robot ones here, so
Yep. But
okay, let's see it.
it's from the screaming. You'll know why. You'll see.
Okay, I'm ready.
Sis?
Ew.
Oh my god. What is that?
Cheesy effects. That's it.
Yeah. Bro. That's actually it's so I didn't expect it to be that creepy, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, the scream was oddly terrifying. And like yeah, these are like old, special effects, but even the idea of it and like visualizing, I can see how that is scary.
It's just the way, I think, the way she was screaming. It was like in agony. And that's what freaked out. And she's like saying,
Yeah.
help me, help me, help me. So it, like,
It's not
freaked me
it's
out.
not like a typical like girly scream, like the high pitched scream.
Right?
It's a very horrifying
Like,
scream.
suffering type of scream.
Yeah.
Like not, oh, and then you see her face. Like, how do you, that face is scary,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. No, it most definitely is. Like I can see why you'd be...
And then all of a sudden, she like,
Yeah,
goes
and then the
from-
eye opening there with like the freaking eye, the silver eye. Yeah, that's creepy, man.
Oh man. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it's
still
really
kind of
creepy.
creepy. Imagine being
Yeah.
like 9 years old and watching this.
Yeah. No, I would be freaked out for sure.
Oh man. The funniest part is
You
like
know-
the comments. It
What
says,
about it?
if you were a kid in the 80s, you have no idea how traumatizingly scared this scene was.
Was that your comment?
Nah, let's see. See, everyone says this is literally the second time in 24 years I've watched this. This scared me to death as a kid. It seems like the scene gave us a scare. Good to know I wasn't the only one. Oh man. Like, yeah, I did not like that scene.
I know this is supposed to be the last one, but can I send you one more that also freaked me out and it made me scared of, like, under the bed, like the space like under the bed. So check this out. I got a link for you here. And send.
Okay. Let's take a look at this.
Have you seen this movie?
No, I have not.
You haven't seen Pet Sematary?
No.
Okay, this is the original Pet Sematary. And
I guess this is my first time experiencing this too.
so this I'll let you watch it. I'll let you watch it. He's looking for a kid. By the way.
Creepy doll laugh. Okay. Check. Oh. Stupid cat.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh man, that went deep.
Oh, it gets worse.
As the cat watches. Oh my
Do you know
gosh.
do you know what Pet Sematary is about?
No.
Okay, so like a little premise real quick. So it's like old town, like small old town story kind of thing. There's this family that have a kid. They have a cat pet that I believe it died. Like I think it gets run. No. The cat dies. I don't remember how it dies, but the cat dies, and so they go and bury it in this pet cemetery. But then this pet cemetery is like cursed, so it brings them back from life. So they bury the cat, and then the cat comes back alive. Like a day later or something like that. And so they're like, "Holy crap! Like it works! Like this is our cat! Like it's alive." And whatever, right? So it's alive. But then later on, the kid gets run over. The kid is like playing in the backyard during a party. I think it was like their birthday or something. And the kid runs out to the street, gets run over, and then the dad is like grieving, and he's like, "No, my kid," whatever. And so he gets the idea that if it works on animals, it surely will work on the kid. But somebody else, like this old man tells the guy, he's like, "Don't do that. Like it's a really bad idea because whatever comes back, it's not really them, But the dude doesn't care.
Before.
He takes the kid to the cemetery, buries him there, and then it comes back to life. But the kid is like completely possessed, Like it's definitely not. It's definitely not the same kid. So it is like an evil entity in it. And so the cat is also evil, or it has an evil spirit in it. And yeah. That scene of the knife going through the Achilles tendon. It's engraved in my head. And so for the longest time I would not put my feet, like I wouldn't sit close to the bed because I was afraid that somebody was going to be underneath my bed with a knife
and slice my ankles.
Yeah. And
for those listening, there's a kid with a scalpel that cuts almost halfway through the ankle of this old man's Achilles heel or Achilles tendon. And then proceeds to slice his mouth, Joker style. and then sucks his blood like a vampire. on his
Yeah,
neck.
bites him on the leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, that part definitely traumatized me.
Some fine cinema right there.
Dude,
Jeez, what an evil boy.
yeah, he looks evil. Like that kid did a good job at being evil. I feel like old movies like 80s horror was like prime. Like the effects were just so practical, but it's so good. You know?
Jeez, what if the kid actually bit the guy's neck? The actor's neck? Man, that's so scary.
Oh, it looks like he's got a prosthetic there, but
Yeah, but what
I
if he
don't know.
went over and he bit too hard? Oh, man.
well, I'm glad he didn't.
That's a pretty scary scene. Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, it
probably
was.
right up there with Superman.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Old movies, man, I'm telling you.
Well, do you feel braver now that we've faced our fears again?
I do feel braver.
Yeah.
I feel like I can watch all these movies and probably not get scared.
Oh.
Maybe not arachnophobia. Arachnophobia is still pretty messed up. But I know I've seen Pet Cemetery a couple of times and it's fine now.
Didn't they come up with a new one too?
Yeah, there's a new one. I didn't watch it in full. I only watched parts of it. I don't think it's as good as the original.
Mm.
I think they tried too hard to make it like scary, and it didn't work. But I haven't seen the full movie, so I can't really say.
Huh.
But yeah,
Well,
these are some really good good videos here. So hopefully we don't get demonetized.
yeah, we probably will.
Yeah, if it's muted at all, I'm sorry guys. We'll fix it. Probably, maybe. We'll see.
Although I would say it is fair use. We are analyzing it, talking about it. So.
Yeah, we are actually talking about it. We're
I
analyzing.
don't know.
We're not trying to not profit from it. We'll see. We'll find out. But anyway, thank you everybody for joining us today on today's podcast. A little bit longer than usual. Hope you guys don't mind spending some time with us as we reviewed these scenes from our childhood that traumatized us and revisiting them to see if we've overcome our fears. So if you enjoyed it, please leave a like. Let us know in the comments, have you seen any of these movies, and what are some clips that scared you as a kid? And
Maybe we can do a compilation of that.
ooh, I remember
About-
like a viewers scary stuff.
Yeah, it's all part of
That-
Spooktober.
Yeah,
Everybody.
that would actually be a good idea. So yeah, leave us those comments. Just write them down, comment section below. But thanks again, and we'll see y'all next week. Peace.